Let me tell y'all what's going to get R. Kelly convicted. But before we get into that, I'm going to give y'all my disclaimer. This is commentary to me and commentary only. Nothing more or nothing less. Rashana Landfair, Aaliyah, and Jerronda Pace is what's going to get R. Kelly convicted. Rashana Landfair going to take that stand. R. Kelly married Aaliyah, and Jerronda Pace versus everybody else has stated that she was 16. Everybody else has said that they were 17, 18, and 19 years old. Although that's young, but it's the age of consent. Not in Jerronda Pace's case. Jerronda Pace has stated that she was 16 years old when R. Kelly first violated her. Jerronda Pace sued R. Kelly in civil court not once, but 3 times. That was R. Kelly's DNA on his shirt Jerronda Pace presented to the court. That's what's going to get R. Kelly convicted. Every day, new people are coming with new testimony. And each day, it gets worse. The prosecutor's job is to prove that R. Kelly engaged in inappropriate behavior with minors. By far, they are proving that. R. Kelly's defense doing the best they can with what they got. But it's looking bad for R. Kelly. R. Kelly gonna get time served and some. It has also been proven that R. Kelly does have herpes. That's another strike against R. Kelly. A lot of people, R. Kelly's fans in particular, don't want to believe that R. Kelly engaged in inappropriate behavior with minors for years, but he did. Some know it, they just don't want to believe it. And some don't think he did it at all, but he did. A lot of people stuck on Azriel Clary and her testimony. She's not the one y'all need to worry about. It's Jerronda Pace, Aaliyah, and Rashana Landfair. My guess is people so stuck on Azriel Clary because she got out during the midst of everything. But if you look at what she's saying in her testimony, it's nothing compared to Jerronda Pace, Aaliyah, and Rashana Landfair. A lot of people have testified against R. Kelly. The John Doe, he was 17 years old. The young lady in Miami, she was 17 years old. Everybody is stating that they were 17, 18, and 19. Not Jerronda Pace. Not in the case of Aaliyah. That was not the case with Rashonda Landfair either. I get it. I do. Everybody is not being 100% honest in this scandal, including R. Kelly. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly was the adult. It was his responsibility to know that the people that he engaged with was of age. R. Kelly didn't do that because R. Kelly has a problem. R. Kelly doesn't want to admit he has a problem because he has been enabled by so many yes women and men his entire career. But the facts of the matter are, for me, at the end of the day, R. Kelly engaged in inappropriate behavior with minors. That's enough for me. R. Kelly case, ratchet as a motherfucker. It was R. Kelly's responsibility as a grown-ass man to protect his livelihood, his health, his finances. And it was also his responsibility to know how old the people were he engaged with. How somebody gonna just bring you a girl? People out here on the internet need to be mindful of what they saying when they sitting up here advocating for R. Kelly. If people bringing him females, it was still his responsibility to know that those girls was of age. There's no excuse for that. I just don't know which part of this is worse. You got people advocating for R. Kelly talking about he was giving them girls $5,000 a month. y'all got to be mindful what y'all saying if y'all going to advocate for him. Because during this time that he was supposed to be giving them $5,000 a month, he was behind in his child support. Then you got people constantly saying that the parents pimp their children out. Okay, well, what does that say about R. Kelly? If the parents pimp their children out, he bought them. Then you have people saying that the girls got on the stand and said R. Kelly hit them when they revealed their real age. Well, if that's the case, think about it like this. He didn't stop fucking with them. He kept fucking with them. He hit them because he was emotional, but he didn't stop fucking with them. He kept fucking on them. This is just my observation from people's testimony and people that are advocating for R. Kelly. I just don't understand a lot of these things that are being said. It just makes no sense to me. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one excuse after another, and the facts of the matter are to me that he was fucking little girls. So let me get this right. It was okay for Aaliyah's name to be mentioned in Surviving R. Kelly. Because in Surviving R. Kelly was being dragged. But now that the trial has begun, no one wants to talk about Aaliyah. Why don't nobody want to talk about Aaliyah? This is why. Because a lot of people that are advocating for R. Kelly were still in denial about R. Kelly and Aaliyah being married. They were still disputing that. Now that the trial has brought out the truth, no one wants to talk about it. We are the absolute worst race. Why talk about Aaliyah? She dead. She can't defend herself. They talked about Aaliyah in the first episode of Surviving R. Kelly. You can tell a lot of people really wasn't even paying attention to Surviving R. Kelly. All this research. We did this research. We did that. You motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but Googling some shit, okay? Y'all ain't digging deep. Not even in your Googles, okay? Even in Surviving R. Kelly, in the first motherfucking episode, it was mentioned that R. Kelly settled out of court with Aaliyah and her parents, so he can avoid a criminal lawsuit. But they definitely sued him legally and had the documents sealed. But nobody want to talk about that because the truth is coming out. R. Kelly engaged in inappropriate behavior with minors, y'all. God damn. R. Kelly don't think he have a problem. That's why he ain't gonna never get no help. Because he don't think anything wrong. R. Kelly still has people enabling him. He's still surrounded by yes men and women.